Hello everyone, welcome to the CTV News on Calabash TV and on the Wave Radio 94.5. I am Melissa Joseph. Well, after months of speculation and close public scrutiny on the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, well-placed sources have informed that Venant Fossoir has been written to by the Public Service Commission, informing him of the decision to retire him in the public interest. Venant Fossoir will now be expected to reply to the Commission, stating his case, which may lead to a hearing. The development is widely believed to be fallout from the Impact's investigation into the alleged police killings that occurred back in 2012 during Operation Restore Confidence. The Impact's investigators concluded that the police acted unlawfully, planting evidence on the scenes of the killings to support their version of events. It claimed that senior officers turned a blind eye. The report also said that corrupt police officers and businessmen were facilitating crime in the country. The killings also resulted in the U.S. suspending support to the police force. Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, addressing members of the police force for the first time since revealing aspects of the damning impacts report in March, revealed that in the past few months there have been deep challenges regarding the alleged actions and involvement of some members of the force. The Prime Minister went on to say that there are no untouchables in the law enforcement organization. He was speaking Sunday at a promotion ceremony.
The police force must not be a place of refuge for those who harbor hatred and ill will to others, be it their neighbor or otherwise. We know of the deep challenges that have come to the fore regarding the alleged actions and involvement of some members of the force. I know how painful this is to many of you, and whether you accept it or not, it is also painful to your government that has to deal with it on a daily basis and face the pressures continuously from external governments. This has meant challenges at all levels, from constable to commissioner, from police to politician. If we can sum up very succinctly what is at issue, it is this: no one is above the law. Everyone must be accountable for their actions. This applies not only to the parliamentarians who make the law, but also to those who are entrusted to administer and pronounce on the law in the name of the society. The law is your shield and your sword. It cannot and must never be used for purposes other than what the law ordains and authorizes. For me, I guess you will understand, as a lawyer and a teacher of law at one time, the law is majestic. When a police officer uses the law as an instrument of revenge, spite and ill will, then he or she, as I said before, has no place in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
And the Prime Minister told officers that public confidence in the force is paramount, cautioning that the work of the police would be stymied and become ineffective if it does not engender community confidence and participation in law enforcement.
We need to understand that while we are ultimately accountable for our actions to our people, it is a case that whatever we do attracts the scrutiny of others around us. The situation that confronts us calls for a critical assessment of the state of our legal system and the effectiveness and interaction amongst all parties, the lawmakers, the courts, the prosecutors, the police, and even social services. In all of this, you are on the front line. You're the ones the public interacts with the most when they think of the law and crime. You are the faces of the law, and the faces the public associates with fighting crime and guaranteeing them peace and tranquility. Yet you do not operate alone. I know it can be frustrating when all the gears are not synchronized to deliver in unison. It can be frustrating when some gears are turning far more slowly than yours. But these inefficiencies must not weaken our resolve to fight evil. Evil is a fact of life. It is everywhere. It is in our streets, our homes, our places of work, our places of worship, our schools, indeed, in all of our institutions.
Meantime, Sunday's promotions exercise was the result of government's decision to increase supervision in the police force. The decision was made following the impacts investigation, which noted the insufficient numbers in the senior ranks. Against that backdrop, government moved to remedy the situation. But with the contentious nature of promotions in the organization, a more structured approach was taken. Cabinet adopted a policy framework that gave rise to independent oversight of the process. Senator Philip Lacobinier is the Minister for Home Affairs and National Security.
And the basis for this is that you have to ensure that there is proper and sufficient oversight at all times in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, and that we have the managerial capacity to ensure that we have this oversight. I say all of this to indicate to you that my government has been very proactive in ensuring that we have and we emphasize at all times in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force the process of transparency and integrity in the manner in which we manage the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
And for the first time, every officer being promoted was subjected to a vetting system that included polygraph testing, commonly known as the lie detector test.
Polygraphing has been fairly recent in terms of the life of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, and some of you, I know, have had concerns and anxieties about this process. But I wish to assure you that, again, part of what we are doing is trying to re-emphasize the integrity in everything that we do. And of course, to say to you that having been vetted as members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, you should be proud to wear this as part of your badge. You should be proud to know that you have been vetted and you have come through that vetting process. And it should be part and parcel of your honor and the badge that you wear. I should say to you that this is the way that we intend to continue to go in the future. We intend to ensure that every single officer in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is vetted and continues to be vetted. This gives confidence not just to the public, but also to you and your colleagues. You know that you're working besides men and women of the highest integrity, and this should be what is expected of you and what is expected of your colleagues.
A total of 42 officers moved up the ranks. Acting Police Commissioner Errol Alexander called on the officers to execute their duties with integrity at all times.
You have actually been selected not only on your past performance, but on your potential for the future. You have been selected through a process that the executive is confident was fair and transparent, uniformly applied, provided equal opportunities for all officers to advance their careers in accordance to available positions. You have persevered and achieved a desired outcome. Always remember that your success will be measured not so much by doing things right, but by doing the right things. You should see yourself as the future leaders of the force and examples of today, and most of all, an inspiration and guide so others can emulate. To those who will not be rewarded today, continue to persevere in spite of all the events surrounding the organization. It can be done, and like President Obama said, yes, we can. Say this as your motto, yes, we can, and we can persevere. Hard work pays off. It's just that some of us lack the patience to see it through.
And as indicated earlier, promotions in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has always been a contentious issue. Under this new policy framework sanctioned by the government, officials say the process is transparent and fair. So how does it work? Well, for the promotions of 2015 to 2017, a promotion syllabus was developed by the police force in conjunction with the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. That was released last August, and a call for applications went out on October 8, 2014.
A total of 347 applications were received for promotion to the ranks of corporal, sergeant, and inspector. 254 candidates met the criteria as stipulated in the revised promotion guidelines of 2013. 240 of those candidates wrote the promotion examinations, which was set, administered, and corrected by the South Louis Community College and assisted by 7 of our gazetted officers. The exams were held on February 26, 2015. 14 persons were absent. Out of the 240 who sat the exams, 175 attained a pass mark and were invited to the next 2 stages of the promotion process, that is the interview and the team exercise. The weightings attached to the areas were examination 45%, interview 30%, and team exercise 25%. A final report of the Promotions Committee was submitted to the Acting Commissioner on June 5, 2015 with its recommendations. Again, in accordance with the revised promotion guidelines of 2013, arrangement was subsequently made for the vetting of police officers expected to be promoted.
2 polygraph examiners were hired out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to administer the tests between the 2nd of July to the 21st of July 2015.
35 constables, 16 corporals, and 10 sergeants were polygraphed for promotion. I need to mention here that when the promotion process commenced, there were only 9 vacancies, which was a bit discouraging even for me. However, as a result of retirements, that is both compulsory and early retirements, and thanks to the Prime Minister for the additional funded positions, that is 10 positions of corporal and 5 positions of sergeant, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force will today promote 27 constables to the post of corporal, 11 corporals to the post of sergeant, and 4 sergeants to the post of inspector.
More than 30 special police constables were also promoted to the rank of constable, a first for the police force.